Hello, Dental Team listeners. This is Kiera, and happy National Dentist Day. I felt like today would be such a great day for us to highlight how we can support dentists on mental health, wellness, and excellence on National Dentist Day, because I believe that dentistry can be a lonely profession. I believe that I've seen so many dentists feel alone and isolated, like they're on their own island. And so today I just wanted to highlight and celebrate how much dentists do, and also how dentists can help themselves, but also how your team can help support our doctors that do so much for us. So today, you guys, honestly, dentists face unique challenges. And so today I just wanted to have it be a powerful reminder that prioritizing wellness and support in our profession is necessary. It's needed. It's such a lonely profession in so many ways if we choose. And I don't want us to choose that. I want us to choose a vibrant, a happy, a fulfilling space in dentistry. And that's honestly what Dental Team's about. We created this podcast to positively impact the world of dentistry. Our mission is to truly impact the world in the greatest way possible. And we do that through expert consulting for dentists and teams. And so really helping you see that there's two sides to this coin. There's ways that we can see that it's a lonely field, and we can also see that it's a very fulfilling field. And so today, I just really hope that you take some tips from today. I'll give you 3 simple tips of how we're able to really take care of ourselves through self-care, through mental health, and also team collaboration in dentistry. I'm really a big proponent of mental health, especially in dentistry. And so today I just wanted to walk you through, you guys know the Dental Team, we're here to support you. We have consultants that are truly in every position in the dental practice. We come into your practices, we coach you virtually, we help you, we are your advocates in dentistry, we're your advocates in business, we're your advocates for having the life on your terms. And like I've said many times, life is my passion, dentistry is my platform, and helping you truly be the fulfilled dentist that you were created to be. I love focusing on you as a person, on your profitability of your practice, and then on systems and team development for your practice, and really making that be an achievable piece for you. And so today, you guys, I do believe that there is a balance needed between professional success and personal wellness. And I don't believe that it has to be one or the other. It's an and. And so really giving you some quick tips today of some concise, value-packed information that hopefully will be able to help you as we celebrate National Dentist Day. So step one is to prioritize mental health and stress management. And I think the word prioritize, and choosing that I am someone who does prioritize mental health and stress management. There have been studies that have been done that show that the workforce used to be one where it was more physical labor, and so really taking care of our bodies. And now we've moved into this space where it's a very mental world, where so much of it is in the mental cognitive, constantly running, and it never shuts off. And I believe for dentists, you have the mental where it never shuts off, but you also have the physical exhaustion of truly doing dentistry all day long, and your bodies, and making sure you've got the ergonomics. And so being able to have that mental health and stress management where we have some shut off time, where we do build the muscle of our brain. I remember I was in therapy and I said, like, I can go and I can work out, but what can I do for my mind? And that's where we start to create the, if you will, the workout or the mental strength building through meditation and through silence and through some of that downtime shut off, to allow ourselves to actually have that calm, have that space. And so some key strategies for better mental health are mindfulness and stress relief practices like meditation. I'm a big believer. I read Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. So if you're interested in a book, I love some tacticals for you. That one really helped me see how I could have a miracle morning of meditation, journaling, taking some time for me. And I really would encourage you to schedule 10 minutes a day, or even just 1 minute a day, for you to have mindfulness and reflection starting today. Do yourself a favor. It's National Dentist Day. Buy yourself the gift of time, the gift of mental clarity, the gift of really taking care and honoring yourself. And for me, I was able to do a shift of, I like to honor my body. This incredible body that does so much for me is where my mental health journey started, and to relieve the stress. So whatever it is for you, for me, it's hiking, it's being outside. So I love to meditate, and I love to go for a morning walk to give my brain a shower. So whatever it is for you, but giving yourself the gift, because if we can take care of ourselves, then we're able to give and support to so many others. And so dentists really being aware that you have the physical demands, and you also have the emotional, cognitive demands that are on you. And so having that I also believe sometimes having a therapist can actually be a great thing for you within this mental health and stress management strategy that you create. And then also there's other things of joining communities of like-minded people like you. I believe that really can help. And that's something I'm very passionate about. That's why we're bringing our dentists together, because so many times as a consultant, I hear hundreds of offices and they have the same issues and the same concerns, just colored in a little bit different way. And so bringing our doctors together in person through our masterminds and through our in-person events really is a great way for our doctors to feel the support, to say, I'm not alone. And when I hear dentists who have connected say, Kiera, I'm so grateful to know I'm not the only one, I think that can also boost that. So I would encourage you to schedule 1 minute to 10 minutes of just you time through meditation, through stress relief. We're off the phones, we're off the screens, we're not listening to things, we're not trying to solve the problems of the world, but we just take that moment and reflect starting today. Step 2 is team members. This is for team members of how you can support your dentist. And I do believe that teams, we can really support our doctors by champion for them, helping our doctors get out on time, doing things for our doctors so that way we can let them have as much as we can take off their shoulders. So having our rooms set up and ready to go when doctors come in so they're not looking for it. Hygienists calibrating so that way your doctors have consistent exams. So when they walk in, they're able to get in, have a great exam and leave the room. Office managers, what your doctor asks you, being really mindful and intentional to take notes and to follow up and to come back to your doctor so they're not having to have the mental stress of trying to remember all the things they've asked for, but you proactively being on top of that. Also making sure we're hitting our production goals and our profitability goals and our billing and keeping that AR down, I think are some really great ways to help support our doctor. And then also scheduling a schedule that's realistic for that doctor to be able to get through and not have to be superhuman and be in like 5 rooms at a different time or all at the same time. To me, that feels so unfair for that doctor. We expect so many things from our dentist. And so teams, I feel, really being proactive on how we can help our doctor look to see, because your doctor, as an owner, I can tell you, is constantly thinking of ways that they can help make you happier too. And so if we can be a yin and a yang team together where we're all looking out for how can we help each other. But those are some quick tips, I think, from doctors and from owners and from CEOs that I've heard, that if team members would just rally in those little areas, typically the things that cause the most stress for our doctors are unproductive schedules. So working and not making money, not collecting and not having that 98% collections, and then also team morale and problems. And then there's a million other things, but I think those things really are some clutch things for teams to support. And so teams also, I would encourage you, check in with your doctor, especially office managers. You're the one closest. Ask your doctor, hey, how are you doing? And what can I do to alleviate stress for you? Because I want to remind you, there's so much weight that none of our teams can see. And when I was a team member, I didn't realize how much weight was on my doctor and my owner that I couldn't see. And so really like seeing that weight that we don't even know and lifting in these little ways, I think can really help. And doctors, I'm going to encourage you to ask for the help. I know we think as CEOs and owners, we're expected to do it all and have all the answers, and you're a doctor. And what I will tell you is that's a great way to be lonely, overwhelmed, and come unraveled. Versus there is another alternative that I'd love to offer as a perspective where you can actually have a team that supports you, that trusts you, that rallies around you, that wants you to be the best that you can possibly be. And really, truly creating that type of a culture that allows freedom, that allows creativity, that allows fulfillment, rather than being completely like smothered by your practice and feeling like you have to do it all. Both are available to you. And I might encourage that today you actually choose this path. And a great way for this is have a team meeting to discuss that every ways that our team can lift and maybe say, hey, this could really help me out if you could do X. And each of us brings only one thing for one person. So not one person's getting 75 different things, but we're being intentional and cognitive of that. But how can we lift that burden? And a lot of times those burdens aren't even known. And so speaking up and having a team where we're collective with this, because the reality is most of us can take on one little piece that would actually chip away the burden of somebody that's very heavy. And then step 3 is, I believe committing to lifelong learning and professional growth can also really help. And this ties into a community, but finding ways to stay inspired, finding ways to get excited about what you're doing in dentistry rather than the day in, day out mundane. And so finding ways where we can have continuous growth. We can find ways to stay engaged. I know for me, I accidentally got to a spot where I got disengaged. I lost the passion. I lost my why. I lost, why am I even doing this? I love what I do, but I'm stagnant And it was because I wasn't growing, I wasn't evolving. And so go to CE courses, schedule one in that really gets you excited. What do you really want to learn this year? What's kind of a pain point for me this year? It's marketing. And I'm super jazzed, even though it sounds daunting to me. But I'm super excited to learn the ins and outs of marketing, to take on AI courses, to figure out how I can incorporate that into the consulting company and then bring it also to our dental practices, but something that's going to engage me. I really have found that a lot of our doctors, and myself included as a CEO, getting in a community or a mastermind group with professionals, like where you can talk to them about these issues, you can be with them. I learned so much in person, and that's why Dental Team has brought in person to the table, to the scenes in 2025. I know when people have little kids or family arrangements, it can be tricky, but I want to just remind you, it's about a day and a half, at least that's Dental Teams. It's a day and a half where you leave the practice, you leave your family, and you go and you energize and you fill your cup, so then you're able to give to all these people so much more. And I think we oftentimes make it bigger than it really is. It's a day and a half. So I'm giving up 3 days max of time to fuel my soul. And I think when we remind ourselves that we're worth that's something essential, that's as essential as eating and having oxygen, at least for my soul and for me as a CEO and for a lot of the dentists that I consult and that our team consults, that's the equivalent of oxygen. And so really being able to have that, of having a peer group, and then really for yourself, just like, what do you want to evolve and to grow into? Set 1 or 2 of those that really just juices your life and gets you excited. I found that doctors, when they've joined groups, so a lot of our consulting clients, we have about 100 clients, and this year I'm excited, we're definitely going to be bringing on at least 200. And we've done it in a way where it will still feel very intimate, very small, because I hate going into groups where I feel like I'm just one of the crowd. And so keeping it to where you feel very connected, very tethered, but also being able to expand our reach to more practices and to get more people connected. That's something I'm super jazzed about. And what I found is, when dentists come together, when they see each other, when they meet with each other, their happiness goes up, their productivity goes up, their stress goes down, their team engagement goes up, because we don't just do this for doctors. We actually bring your office manager or a leader in person for you, because I found that was the hardest thing. I get all excited about CE, but then I have no one to implement with me. And so not having that be the problem for you, but bringing you together. So productivity goes up, happiness goes up, stress goes down, team engagement goes up, and ease comes into place. And having friends, I was like, gosh, that's like 6 wins right there, just by being a part of something professional that stimulates you, of a community of like-minded people for you. So like I said, 3 ways to do it are: 1, prioritize your mental health and set aside time to meditate, to do something for your mental wellness and stress management. Number 2 is have a team that supports you and surrounds you, and make sure that you are supported as a dentist. And also, dentists, you're asking for that help, not just burying yourself. And number 3 is having a support group and CE that energizes you and jazzes you and makes you so excited to continue and to be engaged, are 3 great ways for you to be able to celebrate your mental health, your wellness, and your fulfillment. This is truly the zone where you're going to be able to have long-term success. We're not playing for the short game. We're playing for the long game. We're playing for you to be fulfilled and happy for long-term success. And so I want you guys to know that I'm here. DM me, ask for help, reach out. If you want to come join us in person, I'd love to have you. These are some things that we can do. I'm happy to share with you my favorite meditation that I do, whatever I can do. So DM me for any tips. The Dental Team, we're on Instagram. We're on all the platforms. We're on LinkedIn. You can message me directly. And then also subscribe for more leadership insights, where we celebrate you. We help you be a successful, thriving dentist and team. And if this can be a support for you, if you need one-on-one help, or you're like, it would really help if I just had a coach in my corner, reach out. hello@thedentaleteam.com. This is what we do. This is what we're experts at. And this is our passion. It's your success is our passion. And that's what we're here for. And as always, thanks for listening. And I'll catch you next time on the Dental Team podcast.